So, a guy named Anonymous reached out to me on Discord and asked for an account takeover, which I'm happy to oblige, and I think I can use this video to give you guys, especially if you're in the early game or just starting Raid, some advice on how to build an arena team and how to build a clan boss team. So, we're going to go through his account, we're going to take a look at some gear, and then we're going to build him an arena team to start. So, we are here on Anonymous's account. First thing I do, I'm going to come in here, look at gloves, chest, and boots with flat HP, flat attack, or defense stats. I'm going to sell them. Speed ones are an exception if they have speed substats. So if this had a speed substat, it could roll double speed and be one of the fastest pieces on your account, but this one does not. Neither does this one, and neither does this one. So those are easy sells, easy sell. Easy sells. I mean, it's tough selling. You don't want to sell these high-level pieces, but these are pieces that you should not put on anybody, and you definitely should not spend silver to build. Double attack, easy sell. So that's already a big boost. So general advice for anybody would be to sell any of those bottom rows that have flat stats on them, with the exception of speed pieces that have extra speed on them. Now, the stats you're really looking for on the gloves are crit rate, crit damage, HP percent, defense percent. On the chest, you're looking for HP percent, defense percent, or attack percent. Sometimes you're looking for accuracy. In very late game, you might be looking for resistance. On the boots, for 90% of accounts, you're looking for speed only. In some later game stuff, you'll look at HP percent, defense percent, and attack percent. But for almost every champion, up to mid game to early late game, you want speed boots. So the first thing we're doing is building an arena team for Anonymous, and the easiest place to start is with a speed booster like Haikatoon. He does also have Apothecary, but Haikatoon comes with a speed aura and I think is still really good in other places. So we're going to build her speed up as high as we can, and then she will place the turn meters by 15% and 30% increased speed on everybody. Apothecaries is 30% increased speed, turn meter by 15. So it's the exact same ability, but then she also has a decreased speed on A1, turn meter decrease AoE on the A3 here. The second setup, probably, so I think the speed's going to be a little over 200. And our nuker, who will either be Rhonda or Kale. Rhonda's built 4,000 attack, 146 speed. And then Kale was in the vault. Where's Kale? There he is. Less attack, similar speed, good crit rate, enough crit rate. So we'll see. He's built in lifesteal. So yeah, with the speed boost, you're going to need somebody to come in between either another speed booster. So we have option 1 is Haikatoon into Apothecary, or vice versa. Or the other option would be Haikatoon into a CC champion, a control champion. And this account actually has multiple options for a control champion. There is Glacea, who I've actually never used before, so that would be cool. Sweet looking champion. But she has a 3 places block debuffs on all allies, which is another added bonus. Also has a 60% chance placing a freeze on all enemies for 1 turn, and then fills her turn meter for freezes that are placed. Then she's got a weaken, buff steal, freeze on the A1, debuff spread. So she's good. She does have a 60% is pretty low. That's not reliable to farm arena. But the rest of her kit is really good. The next one is Goffred. Sadly, none of these champions are booked because books are so hard to come by. Another really cool looking champion. A lot going on here. His A3 is Val the Dwarves. That's not it. It's A2. Yeah, there it is. Attacks on me, 75% chance of placing a stun. He's defense based, which is nice. He's got a really cool passive once he's ascended. But 75% is a little bit better. And actually, Corrado, very underrated champion. A lot of people hate on him. His A3 attacks all enemies, 80% chance of placing a block active skills for 2 turns. Now, that is the highest chance of any of these. We have 60, 75, and 80, but block active skills still means that they're coming at you with your A1, which might be enough to take down a weaker person in your team. So I think it's between Glacea and Goffred. And I think it might be Glacea because of the block debuffs. That means even if she doesn't freeze everybody, you've still got a chance. They might not be able to place decreased defense, or they might not be able to control you. So I think we'll build her to go second, and then we'll either look at a decreased defense champion or just double nuker. So we will see. I'm going to go ahead and look into these builds, and we'll come back once I've kind of got the team figured out. So we are building a go first arena team, which means we're hoping that we are going before the other team takes a turn. So we built the High Katoon with 218 speed, which is the highest speed we could find on this account. And typically the style for a go first team was what's called a cleave team, which is speed boost into drop defense into nuke with an extra flex spot. But because of the silver shortage on this account and the fact that the two nukers are built well in Kayle and Rhonda, we went with speed booster into control with Glycea, and so Tigatoon into Glycea into double nuke. And this is also a viable strategy, especially if you're using those nukers and you don't want to rebuild them. And we ran out of silver really fast, so that's the way we went with. Okay, so we have changed some builds around. We're very, very limited on silver. I think we have 400,000, so I can't do much. I'm trying to do as small changes as possible because he also wants me to take a look at his clan boss team. But we did regear High Katoon, who is now at 218 speed. I think she was at previously 190. We did have to take a lot of some Apothecary's boots. And then we have Glycea going second. That's who we decided, just because I think she's good here and other places with block debuffs, weaken, freeze on the A1. I think she's just a good champion. We built her with some accuracy, 185 speed. She needs 183 to follow up High Katoon, which means if High Katoon goes first, Glycea will go second. So this is Future Sam coming at you. I did mention just now that there's a certain speed that the second person needs to meet. And the way I figured that out is I put in High Katoon speed once she was built and say that she's going to use her ability. And basically there's a arena calculator, speed calculator on Deadwood Jedi's website. I'll try and put a link to that in the description, but that will show you what speed you need the second person to be, and you can even build it out further than that. So super useful tool, and it definitely helped me here. I recommend you guys check it out if you're trying to build an arena team. 171 accuracy, I think should be good enough. And then realistically, we need Kayle and Rhonda, our two nukers, to be like I think 155 is okay. Let me see again. 159 is what we need them both to be. So she's close. Kayle is less close. Or no, Rhonda is less close because she is at 146. But I can't really afford, and they're not built poorly, but they're just going to be a little slow. So there's a chance that people get cut in there, but that's why we run with the Glycea to try and freeze our opponents. So we don't want to run against someone like this because if the Spirit Host goes first, then she will cleanse, and you don't want them to cleanse a freeze. Ultimate Death Knight's annoying, so I'm going to try and avoid him. Kymar is too good. This is semi-tough. Here we go. So yeah, we have 74k. Let's change this. We'll build a new setup. Here we go. This is close. And then we'll put Kayle in. We'll do Rally the Horde priority. Speed up everyone up. Go with this as a second party. Try and drop their turn meter. Fury Trimmer, the AoE is the priority. Then the A2, her A2 is awesome. That's the second skill. Glycea, we're going to go with the freeze first, then the AoE weaken. Kayle, we're going to go with the AoE first, poison second. Now this team does not have a drop defense champion. Potentially we drop one of the damage dealers like Rhonda for a drop defense, but I think on most, especially here in high silver, I think this will work. So let's go ahead and give it a try. And I'll take it off auto to show you guys what I would do and just how much damage they're doing. So we go first by a good bit actually, so we should not have any trouble here. Going to, so yeah, we freeze here and here, got resisted there, didn't get a proc there, but 60%, that's kind of what you expect. Pretty solid. One thing that is a bummer is that people under freeze take less damage. But let's see what Kayle can do here. Nuked them all except for that, and then look at that. Rhonda comes in, helps us finish the damage off one Gaelic. So this is better than we thought. Let's try another team like this a little harder with a Gorgorab, so they have Reviver. We obviously do not have a Reviver. It wants to go full auto anyways. We freeze everyone but Ultimate Death Knight, which is awesome. Good damage there, not enough. Since everyone's frozen, I'm actually going to go in with the Fury Trimmer on Ultimate Death Knight since his passive is just so annoying. Then we get our turn back. We're still ahead of them. Going to go AoE weaken here. Poisons. Gorgrab, priority to take out. Awesome. This should wipe them. Easy peasy. Probably about to move him up into gold 1. Let's try this team. No speed lead means we should definitely go first. And I keep putting on off auto and it keeps going back on auto. So we just freeze the faceless there. So we really need to win here. Take out the Kale. Rhonda is just, she's taking out the most important people right now. Again, Ultimate Death Knight's so annoying. We're just going to take off his passive. Super cool ability. She is going crazy right now. Could try and freeze. I think we'll just go for the damage. And easy wipe. You can see how much having that increased speed helps our champions loop back around to their second turns. So we're actually out of arena tokens here, which is a bit of a bummer. Nothing there. No way to get more here. Okay, that's fine. So yeah, that's going to be the arena team for now. Just Haikatoon as our speed lead. Now, obviously, you know, getting her up to a banner, getting her more speed would be great. And then Glaceia, she's built okay. But you can definitely roll this again, maybe get more speed. We just can't afford to roll too much today. And then her accuracy is okay for now, but against high-level dungeons it won't work. And then Kale and Rhonda could both use it being sped up a little bit. A banner on Kale could do the work there. And yeah, maybe a different banner here, or 1 or 2 pieces swaps. Like if you, that's a good piece, especially for an early game account. But if you can swap that in with something with speed as well, that'll help us get there. So that's going to be it for the arena team. I'm going to see if I can tweak the clan boss team, and we'll be back.
So next we're going to be building a clan boss team for Anonymous. And the biggest tip for especially early game accounts is anybody who's 60 and anybody who has masteries is pretty much automatically in your clan boss team. And I actually make a mistake in the video that you guys are about to see, and I built out or started to build out Rosin and put him in. And Rosin is a great champion, but he's not 60. He doesn't have masteries, and he's not even ascended, so his skills aren't leveled up. He does not booked, so he is a great champion for this, but a little bit later game. So the first priority would be putting all champions that are level 60 and any champions that you have masteries for. So I didn't put Rhonda in, and I should have, because she would have done a lot of damage. She's 60, she has masteries, so that was a mistake. But then after that, and I'll probably make a video in the future showing more of a full in-depth guide of how to build a clan boss team, both traditional and unkillable. But there are speed buffers, like Haikatoon is good here. Block debuffs, like Glaceia is good. Healers are good if you don't have lifesteal or leech. And then debuffs is the main thing. So you'll see Myceliac Priest Ornn from the most recent fusion is in here, and he does a lot of work. So I'm going to go ahead and show you guys that clip now.
Okay, we're back again. Anonymous says he currently hits hard with this team, and it does about 4 million damage. So we're going to be trying with a very similar team. We've got Rosin. I'm trying to think, we'll use Kale, Rhonda, Rosin. Honestly, maybe Haikatoon. We took some of the gear off Kira. Kira is good, and Kira's a 60, so I think she goes in. Same thing, we took some gear off Myceliac Priest Ornn. I think we take Haikatoon just for the speed. And then, a second. So this will be our priority, obviously. This one doesn't matter, so we'll just turn it off. Rhonda gonna prioritize this one. I don't really care what she does after that. Rosin gonna prioritize Sheer. Maybe we actually go Glaceia, since she is built. Let's put Kale back in the lead. Glaceia is built. And then, what did I say, Myceliac? Yeah, let's do this. I'm gonna prioritize the A3. Turn off the A2. Glaceia. Probably prioritize the debuff cleanse, or the block debuffs. And then we'll put the weaken as a second ability. We'll turn off this one. We weren't able to do a lot. Probably go ally protection. Now this ability, the A2, decreasing the duration of enemy buffs. I don't think we want. I think we would rather just go in with the A1 and try and get decrease attack, Myceliac, prioritize the poison and poison sensitivity, and then I'm going to actually turn off the one where he activates poisons, although it's a good ability. Since although he's not booked, we'd rather just have more chances of placing poisons on the A1. So take it off auto, see what we can do. I was not able to change a ton of the builds, but so yeah, we'll go in with, actually we'll go in with the weaken, poison, decreased defense, weak hit, ally protection, okay, and then go here with the poisons, awesome, A1 again, or A1 first time, poison, so we're filling up the poison bar really well. Let's see if we can remove that, increase attack, we cannot, and then we'll just go for decrease attack, 2 turns, awesome. So we wanted this here. Let's go ahead and put it on auto. It's not speed tuned or anything. We ran out of silver pretty fast. We did build Rosin. I think he's really worth it here, especially once he's ascended and booked. There's weaken, block the stun. Kira is in relentless gear. So yeah, we'll let this run and we'll see what the damage is. So this was quick. Glacea's gone down. Turn 10, he really starts to hit a lot harder. We don't have any healers in this team. Rosin's about to go next. Rosin and Glacea being negative affinity really hurt us here. But I tell you, Priest Ornn, he is great here. He definitely deserves to have that gear put back on him. He'll be even better. I do think this is a good team, especially as Rosin gets ascended, he becomes decreased defense and weaken. As some of the gear gets leveled up, you start prioritizing a little more defense. Someone that could come in, or something that could come into this team that would work really well, would be Kira's good at decreased attack, and that's big, and the ally protection. But somebody with leech could come in, and I think that would help us a ton. We're probably about to die. I think Kale's going to do a few more hits, and then we're going to go down. Yeah. So 5.45 million on hard, really being carried by Kale. In this run, for sure, I think Rhonda is just better. I think with Rhonda in here, she's got Giant Slayer. I think we go over 6 million. So I think Rosin might be a mistake for now. So yeah, my suggestion would be to run this team. Let's go ahead and build it out. I don't think it'll let me. Let's go here. Yeah, see Myceliac, we lost a piece for him. So for hard, it's not going to let me build it out. That's annoying. Let's go into campaign. Build out the team in here. So the one we just built is this. So I would edit this team by taking out here, putting in Rhonda. That's a mistake we made. Prioritize that. Yeah. So put the gear back on Kira, put the gear back on my Celiac, run these 3 as is, and I think you'll at least hit 6 or 7 million. I wish we had a little more time, a little more silver to mess with today, but I do think with that in mind you will have some improvements. And as your roster develops, I would say some of the things to look for. Obviously, champions being 60, like these 3 just need to be in. That was a mistake of me not put him in. Glacier is great. I think, especially if you're using her in Arena, it'd be worth taking her to the next level, especially if you can get a banner for her. You've got an accuracy banner right there, so I would 100% try and take her to 60, get her ascended. Godford is great. Corrado, I would say, takes the backseat. Icatoon can stay at 40 if you're just using her in Arena, but if you want to use her in Dungeons, which she is good, maybe at least take her up to 50. Rosin is good, but Rosin isn't as good until he has Books and Ascension, because this becomes decreased defense and weaken instead of just decreased defense. This is a good ability too for PvE content and PvP content, just not clan boss. So yeah, that would be my suggestion. My Celiac just needs his boots back, or different boots, probably different, especially if you have speed boots and perception. Doesn't look like you do. Maybe HP percent boots with accuracy. Yeah, those boots right there. I know you don't have a good ring for him yet. And then Kira, we actually didn't take any gear off Kira, so she's good there. So yeah, leveling out some gear for sure is going to help. But then I would say Glacier is probably your next priority to 6 stars, because you can use her all over the game. And then my Celiac after that. I think those will be really big improvements. And then in the long run, like I mentioned for the Arena, a little more speed here for Rhonda. And Kale's almost good, just once you get a banner for him. But definitely a little more speed here for Rhonda. So anyways, that's the video. I really hope this is helpful for you guys. I'm sure it's helpful for Anonymous, but I really hope it's helpful for everyone else trying to, if you're wondering how to build a early game Arena team or a early game Clan Boss team. Anyways, I've been Sam the Raid Man. Thank you guys for watching. Please leave a like and subscribe.
So that's it for the takeover for Anonymous. We're able to make a pretty big improvement, I would say, to his Arena team, and some small tweaks and improvements to his Clan Boss team. Obviously, I should have put in Rhonda instead of Rosin there at the end, but still, I think with the champions being a little bit better built, we'll start to see some benefits from them. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I think it's kind of just a high-level, quick view of how to build a early game Clan Boss team and an early game Arena team. I'm going to be putting out a more in-depth guide the next few weeks to how to build a traditional Clan Boss team, more in-depth there, and I'll go into all the different debuffs and roles and stuff like that. So I hope you guys enjoy the video. Please leave a like and subscribe.